crack of dawn, the rooster's crowing day's begun. Feed the chickens, milk the cows, another day I'm here somehow. The sun's still low, but I'm on my feet. Sweat drips down from the summer heat. Tend to the fields, the plows, and the ground. It feels like my work is never done. But I look forward to the weekend, when I can take a breath again. Find a little time for myself, maybe catch a break. Oh well. The hours roll by, the work don't end out.
Hey, hello. Welcome on back in. I'm Honorary Cyclops. Glad you could stop back on by. If you've been around for the last couple episodes, you see we have forwarded time a little bit. Didn't have much to do during the winter time other than help out with some contracts and, well, sell the things that we just sold. Just things that kept coming, that keep growing in the greenhouse. Which I did go ahead and modify that some, change some of the stuff that's in there, got rid of the root crops because honestly they're a big pain in the butt. So I just decided to go ahead and leave those alone and stick with regular greenhouse crops, and we'll see how that goes. There have been a lot of changes to the farm. I honestly couldn't help myself. I had to go to the bank, talk to them. Took out a loan against the equipment we have and the property, which gave us a $900,000 loan, and well, I was able to pay off the pre-existing loan and bought 2 new fields. One of those was corn. Well, I didn't feel like waiting for it to be harvest ready, so I just went ahead and leased a forage harvester, had a bunker silo placed down, and well, I have a decent bit of silage now. As far as cattle goes, I do have a cattle barn, which is pretty good. So that's one thing we're going to be doing today, is going and picking up some cows. As soon as we leave here, head back to the farm, drop off this trailer. I'm going to go pick up a little cattle hauler that I did pick up, and head to the animal dealer and start picking up some cows to bring in. I do have a couple guys over on the farm taking care of a couple little things right now, cultivating fields, fertilizing the one grass field that we do have left. So I'm pretty good on hay and silage for a little while, I think. And fortunately, well, with the time that passed, the cow pasture has got a lot of meadows, so the cows aren't going to be hungry for a little while. So I'm going to hop on back in the truck. We're going to get on back towards the house, drop this trailer off, and go pick up the other one. Be with you here in a few minutes. Oh, I'm sorry. I wanted to stop and top off this tank real quick. Unfortunately, this tank on the back of the truck, well, it's useful, but there's not much there. Are we there? Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Well, that took a little while. Unfortunately, their pumps right here are a little slow. So I'm going to head on back to the house and meet with you there to head down and pick up that trailer. So I'll see you in a few minutes. All right. Got this trailer disconnected. We're going to head on down to the neighbor's farm and go pick up the trailer that we bought a little while back. If I can avoid running into my own buildings here. As you can see, the greenhouse, we went ahead and, me and the guys went ahead and took down everything holding up the plastic and the tarps and all that, and well, turned it into an open garden. That way we can get some fresh sunlight and air in there. Don't have to worry about water too much when it rains. I like it though. It's pretty nice. I want to note about the mod. That thing actually, it turns out stuff pretty quick, which is kind of like why I'm just going with base game greenhouse products. You know, we got Jimmy over here rolling this field, so that's good. That's real nice. I'm gonna stop. Let's turn right. We get on down here. It's just gonna take a minute, not too far away, and be back with you then. Well, I just talked to Sal, let him know we're here to pick up this trailer, so I'm gonna get back in the truck, roll on over here and get it all hooked up. And Animal Dealer's not too far away from where we are, which is a good thing. Dad, come on, I need to go pick up a pressure washer. This truck is disgusting right now. Well, good thing it's a work truck. On a side note, well, spent the last couple weeks with the family. We went and took a vacation. Had to get away from this area for a little while. So, went on a little cruise, spent a week down in the islands having some fun, and killing a little bit of time waiting for spring to get here so we could get into some planting. And, well, pick up these cows that we're going to do right now. I've been thinking about it. Usually, I'll play with Holsteins when I do cattle, but I figured I would do the brown Swiss this time and see how that goes for me. Uh-oh. Get that tailgate up. We're going to head on over here to the animal dealer. This trailer holds 27, I believe it is, so I'm going to run into a mailbox. So back to what I was saying, the trailer holds, I believe it's 27, so I'm going to make a few trips back and forth to the animal dealer to pick up some cows. I'm probably going to put us around 100. The pasture we have, which I'll show you when we get back over there, will hold just over 500 cows. So it's actually pretty good. And it'll take us a little while to grow into. I really don't want to buy cows constantly to fill it, so we'll just let them do some breeding and all. Eventually going to have to get a trailer to haul some milk and see where it goes, because I don't believe, matter of fact, let's stop real quick and take a look. I don't believe there are many productions on the map. I know there are things dealing with wood, sawmill, carpentry, things like that, but as far as other productions, I'm not sure. So let's find out. Nope, and that's it. Sawmill, carpentry, and paper factory. There's no problem. I mean, I can easily put down a dairy myself on our property, and we'll just have a small dairy we can use and then sell what we make. Another thing I can do is actually start this in a multiplayer game and under another farm put down a dairy. Okay, where do I go to pick stuff up here? I need cows. Where do you want me to go? I will honestly say I have yet to purchase cows in Farming Simulator 25, or any animals for that matter. Here we go. This looks like this might be it. Oh, back up. Alright, menu might help. Cool. What in the world? Probably need to be on the trailer to get that to work. Not what I wanted, so let's see what we can do here. We open it. B. Oh boy. I think I might have a busted trailer or just not know what I'm doing. Let's try to back up a little more so we can open it up again. No. Alright, I'm gonna pull around real quick, see if there's another loading spot that I can go to. This trailer might actually be the problem, but I'll find it in a second. So give me a minute to figure this out, and I'll be back with you. Okay, that was a little weird. I drove around, see where I needed to go, and apparently it's not like in Farming Sim 22 where you had to have the trailer by it at the animal dealer. It's just wherever. So here with the truck in the loading area. Oh, what do I want to get? I think we'll start off with some milk cows, and we'll just fill up on it. Yeah, it is 27, so we'll go ahead and get them in here and head on back to the farm. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and jump into a time lapse while I get these cows brought to the farm, and then we'll get on to some farm work after that. See you here in a few minutes. Enjoy the music. Here we are at the cattle barn. We have a nice sized field. Got a little bit of hay in there to feed them right now, along with that meadow. Bad thing about this barn is it requires water, which isn't that bad. I was able to put down a faucet right here to be able to do that, and just use a trailer to transfer it over. Uh-oh. Hopefully I can figure this out, because the icon is actually on the inside. So we'll see if I have to pull the truck next to it, or if we do it like this. Oh no, here I can actually get the trailer there. Excellent. And let's move some cows over here. All right, let's hop out and take a look at our cows. At first 27 in here. I'm probably going to do 3 more runs. Well, I might need to take a look at them, because from a distance this one looked black. How you doing, moo cow? Look like Elsa. LC from Borden's Milk, but this is not going to be Borden's Ranch. Or Dairy, whatever you want to call it. Alright, so we do have cows here now. They have a good bit of food. Where are we at? No, we gotta look under animals. Alright, as you can see, we got water is full. I did go ahead and fill that up a little while back, so I didn't have to worry about doing that on camera. And we have got 134,000 liters just in meadow. So it's actually, they can eat for a while, and I'm probably going to drop some couple more bales of hay in here for them for now. I do need to either get a TMR mixing wagon or feed mixer production to put down on the farm. Something I'll worry about for a different time. So right now, I'm just going to head on back there, do this a few times, and I'll be back with you here shortly. Take care. Well, this is going to do it for the cows at this point. We're going to have a total of 108 in here. I did buy 54 adult and 54 juveniles, so I'm only going to have 54 producing milk for a little while, at least until these other ones give birth. There's a mod I heard about yesterday coming out basically where I can't remember the name of it right now. And it was a similar mod in 22 that they had where you were required to have males for the breeding. I thought it was pretty good, and it was actually fun, added to the realism and just enjoyment, where you just not having to have females procreating by themselves and, you know, splitting like cells. I'm going to look for that mod. I may put it in here. Unfortunately, the only bad thing about it is they do not have the models for the bulls or rams, different things like that. So to me, it's not a deal breaker, but I might do it. I might not. We may just continue going the way we are right now and wait and see what comes out as far as mods in the future. I can't remember off the tip of my tongue what the doggone mod I used in 22 was, but I'm gonna have to research that so I can look at it. To be perfectly honest, it was real good. Like I said, added to the realism. I'm gonna go ahead and get this turned around, and I'm gonna go ahead and show you what all we did with the farm. Okay, uh-oh, I got a tree in my face. I do apologize that it was in yours as well. Yeah, I already showed you the cow pasture, and well, you know, the old storage barn right there. If you can tell, we're missing some equipment. It's because we moved it down by the grass field. I did do some cutting down of some trees. Ended up placing down a couple sheds down there. One of them is a storage shed, and the other one, well, it's just a shed to store things in. I also picked up a sawmill, so we can actually throw a little bit of wood in there to make some money. It is the industrial sawmill by Gaming Joy, which great mod. I love it. It's a little overpowered, so I haven't been filling it up. I've just been throwing a little bit of wood in there, here and there. I'm gonna take the four-wheeler down there real quick, and we'll see what's going on. I'll show you all that in 1 second. Give me 1 second to disconnect this. Whoa. Trailer almost flipped me over. And away we go. I don't even know how fast this thing goes. See if we can get in any trouble. Not the field. Woo. Oh! Okay, we can have some fun with it. I will definitely say that. Told you I did pick up a couple extra fields. We're going to head down here and take a look at one of them. I did have a worker cultivating this one when I headed into town to go sell those vegetables. It looks like he may be finished. Looks like it. Still see a couple little spots that he may not have gotten, because you can see lime. I did lime the fields myself prior to starting this. This was a field that was corn, and over in a distance there, you can see one of the sheds, two sheds that we put down. And it's my small spreader, and you need to pick that one up. And there's Kubota. I need to get him moved over to the other field so he can start cultivating over there as well. We'll do that in just 1 second. Here's a grass field. I did one cut of that. As you can see, we do have several trees right here. I didn't cut too many down. I just cut some trees around from here so we can place the silo bunker. And like I said, we have a good bit of silage now. Where are we at? Yeah, 261,000 liters of silage, so I think that's going to last a little while. Well, it'll definitely last until we can at least get the next corn harvest, and I keep hitting the wrong button. I mean, this area over here is real nice. I mean, cut some trees down, have room for some productions. Won't be a bad thing. As far as the sawmill, all I've been producing is just planks. I do have an idea of something to do with the planks, so get that going here shortly. Not sure when. There was a toy manufacturer come out a while back that I thought was pretty interesting, so I may end up putting that down or eventually just turn and sell these. Who knows? Do I have any wood in here? Nope, do not have any wood, so I need to actually get some stuff moved in here. So until then, we're just going to go ahead and deactivate you. Where are you at? Right there. Let's go ahead and deactivate it for right now. And like I said a few minutes ago, I did move most of the grass equipment down here because it's, well, right next to the grass field. I also picked up a spreader because, well, with precision farming, and actually prior to that, it took a while to lime because so much lime goes down. I figured I'd go ahead and just pick up a larger spreader to get the lime spread. That is from the Colossus mod, but I did not go with anything unrealistic. That is the realistic version and only holds, like, I think 10,000 liters. And that's pretty much everything that's over here. We did pick up this field across the street there. Let me get up here and get to this real fast. And we'll go back to farmland. And where are we at? Oh, maybe if I hit the right one, we'll get to farmland right here. So currently, I have fields 40, 58, 57, and well, 52 where the cow barn is, and a little section that is our small yard. 1 second. All right, dogs are trying to make some noise. Need to settle them down a little bit. So I do have these two fields here. This was a cotton field right here on 57. I actually did lease the equipment to harvest it. Probably made, I think it was $50,000 profit from that. And of course I did lease a forage harvester for 40 and turn the corn that was there into the silage in the pit right here. So that won't be any problem in the near future as far as needing food for the cows. Now I said I was going to get a worker over here. I think what I'm going to do is get over there myself and cultivate this field. Ooh, jump over the four-wheeler and we'll get this done. I mean, by now everyone knows that precision farming came out. Very good mod. I loved using it in, once I actually discovered it in 22, I didn't do anything without it. Seems like it's a little different this time, especially when it comes to the pH and lime. In 22, I don't remember lime, you were requiring so much lime to do your fields. I'm sure it was, but probably been about 7 months since I played 22. Uh-oh, don't go in a ditch. Alright, I'm going to get started on this here. If I can get the GPS set up. Steering assist, let's go. Looks like it's giving me 2 headlands. Drop that down. And, uh-oh. Stay on your line. I'll get it eventually. Looks like we're going to be going at 8 miles an hour. Not a big deal. Not worried about that. If I can actually stay on my line. Okay, there we go. Just have to fix that. So I'm going to go ahead and knock this field out. I'm going to jump into a time lapse and I will be back with you folks here in just a few minutes. See you then. Well, I just realized I made a big boo-boo. I had you guys on mute. Sorry about that. Well, not much has happened, so I'll say what I said a minute ago, without stumbling, stammering, and stuttering, hopefully. So, if you like what you see, please feel free to drop a comment in the comment section. Comments only help what I do, helps me improve myself, improve my content, and hopefully any suggestions you make about editing will help out with that as well. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Give me a thumbs up if you like what you see, and hang out for a while. We'll continue getting this done. So what I'm going to do is continue heading on up here to the shop, which is what I said I was doing a minute ago after I turned over to the worker. I do apologize for that, and well, gotta remember that next time. So I'll see you in a minute when I get this first load loaded, and we'll probably run 2 loads and I'll get back to you then. See you in a minute. Oh boy. Trying to check my phone and I'm almost driving into a ditch again. Ha! I avoided a ditch this time. Excellent. I said that and I'm probably going to end up driving right into another one here in a minute. Watch. During the first episode, I told you I couldn't remember a couple things about the map. This is actually Beulah Land, North Carolina. It's a lovely map. If you haven't seen it or checked it out yet, download it from... having trouble reading the screen here. From Rookie0352's itch.io page. This is a 4X map, mostly flat land. It's a coastal North Carolina area, and it's awesome. My only problem with it that I've seen so far is, well, I mean, there aren't too many ground textures, but that's easy to fix with other mods. And well, I wish he actually had some productions that were already on the map instead of us having to put our own productions in. That would be good, and hopefully in the future, when he updates it, he'll have stuff like that in, which will be great. But until then, we'll just have to figure out a way to do it. And like I said earlier, I might just go ahead and set this up as like a multiplayer, drop a second farm, and put some productions in that way. We'll go from there. But it is a lovely map. He did a real good job with it, and I'm happy to be playing on it. Now let's see if I can unload this stuff. Let's see. C to reset. Oh, wrong thing. Y to reset. Alright, this is not a universal auto load trailer, because for some reason the universal auto load doesn't stack well. At least to me it doesn't. It just looks very funny, and this is just another auto load trailer. I wonder. We'll hit B. Oh, and it all. That was kind of funny. There we go. We'll just drop some. See what happens. Are you going in? Yep. All right. Okay, that was funny. Give me a second to get this situated. We're going to head on back and go pick up another load. Well, it turns out I do not need to make another trip to the store. I had more than enough with just one load. Of course, math, it works. If I could math, I would have figured it out ahead of time. But 7,500 liter bales, it only takes 10 to fill this thing up. Can I get up here? I'm gonna have to fly to get up there. I tried just backing the trailer in and auto loading it in, but as you can see, it didn't work out that well. Aren't you a happy little cow? Skipping along like that. That's nice. Aren't you cute? Let's see. Can I jump up here without having to use flight? Probably not. Ugh. Nope. Alright, tell you what. Back the trailer. Hey, cow. All right. Enjoy yourself. Have fun. Uh-oh. House is locked. Come on. There we go. I don't know what is going on. There was an update. If there was an update that's causing my mouse to act up, or if there... Tell you what, this might work a little... Or if when I updated my drivers for my GPU, it did something to mess with my mouse. I'm not sure, but ever since update 1.7, I've been having issues where my mouse will freeze from time to time, and it went away. It stopped for a little while, but it started again with 1.8. Oh, that wasn't good. I definitely can't jump up that way. How about now? Can I jump up there now? Ugh. Ugh. Oh, come on. Let's go. And up. All right, we got it. Please forgive the use of super strength. I don't like doing this on camera too often, but, well, just trying to get stuff situated real quick after making a mess. And we'll get that one in there and we'll be done with it for now. Okay. As far as my game style play, I like to do everything semi-realistic, semi-serious. Like even when I did role play, I was never a serious role player or anything like that. It gets boring way too fast. So anything that's going to make my job easier, I like to do. As long as it's not too game breaking. And yes, super strength can be game breaking, but it adds more fun to the game, a little bit more functionality where you're able to get stuff done without having to use a whole bunch of different machines and tools. So I'm going to go ahead and call the episode right here. I can't think of anything else I need right now. There are some things I need to figure out. I ended up buying a cedar, a 6-meter cedar, a little while back also, not thinking, and I don't have the power to pull it. Even the Kubota's only got 200 horsepower, and I think I need 240 or 260 for the... Let's go ahead and take a look at it real quick and do a quick game save. But I believe it's the Bednar 6-meter cedar that I've used it in the past. It's actually a decent cedar. Base game, of course. And I haven't really found any mods that I really do like too much. Where are we at? Let's go to vehicles. Where's Bednar? There we go, right there. And it requires 240. Unfortunately, the Kubota maxes out at 200. I wish it went up more, but it doesn't. I do have a couple mods installed that could work, but unfortunately nothing has actually come on to the used market that I like. I mean, of course, this case popped up there, but that's the same case I have. As a matter of fact, I bought that case that I have from the used market. Even this one's in worse shape than mine is currently. So, no big deal. One of my favorite mods that helps out with gameplay is lease to own. Unfortunately, it's not on FS25 just yet, so hopefully that will be out at some point. I think what I may end up doing, since I'm low on funds right now, actually I need to check and see what I have as far as the crop calendar goes, because my plan was to put oats in both of those fields, and then later this summer put either barley or wheat in both of them. And since I'm going that route, I was thinking about just doing a flour production. There's some good mods out there that I was actually contemplating. So oats, okay, I can plant that in April. It looks like everything will work out to plant barley and oats, barley or oats also. And I've got a monster in my ear breathing down my neck at the moment. What?
Hi.
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 I'm hungry.
You're hungry. You're heating food up.
I know.
Okay. Let me finish this. My daughter had to come talk to us. She said hi. So, hi everyone. So, but that's my plan. I do need to see about getting a tractor that can actually handle this. There are some decent ones in the shop. Just unfortunately, nothing has popped up in the used market. So, set up here, we'll take a look. One thing I was contemplating, I mean, shoot, I could have actually done, like I said, I've got several mods. I could have done one of these here, but for the size fields I have, the equipment I have, it's completely unrealistic to run a 625 horsepower tractor to pull a 6 meter seeder. Because this one here, the quad track was on sale. Could also go with the Massey Ferguson, same thing, but it's a 375. Just doesn't look right on a smaller piece of equipment. And where are we at? I do have another case that is, apparently it's in medium tractors. Let's go take a look right there. It's an older Case IH. Where are we at? Is that it? No. Nope. Yep, right here. Case IH rated the 7200 Pro Series, 97,000. Roleplay wise, would have been perfect if it could have came in used, because it is an older style tractor from, looks like 80s, 90s, if I had to guess. But I haven't really looked at tractors in a long time and know much about them for that matter. So hopefully I'm going to go ahead and install the financing mod so we can get that done. And in April, when we come back, we're going to go ahead and get these two fields seeded, and I'll figure out what else we're going to do later on. So I'm Auroa Cyclops. We're going to go ahead and call the episode right here. And like I said, if you want to see more of what I'm doing, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Hit the thumbs up if you like what you see, and if you want to be notified of what I'm doing, click the bell icon, and I will see you in the next one. Take care and have a good and wonderful day and weekend.